Right now, new developments in the death of a Madison toddler, the person in custody this morning, and what we know about a second victim.
A 10-year-old found dead in Chippewa Falls. Law enforcement's concerned for public safety this morning.
And we are tracking a touch of winter as snowflakes come down, but there's more where that came from coming up.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now. This morning, I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchon. Continuing coverage this morning into the death of a toddler not even 2 years old.
Madison police say they have a suspect in custody this morning, 23-year-old Marshawn Giles. Here's Chief Sean Barnes on the case.
Sometimes it's difficult to understand how someone could do something like this. It's a painful day for the family who's directly involved, the community, myself, who's trying to understand why and how something like this could happen, and the officers who responded to what we consider the worst call you can get in police work.
Officers were sent to Schrader Road around 2:45 Monday morning, where police say they found a critically injured 20-month-old girl. She was rushed to the hospital where she died. Police also saying that a woman was seriously injured in this case in a domestic-related assault. Police Chief Sean Barnes described her injuries as being consistent with blunt force trauma. The woman was taken to a hospital and is expected to survive. We have a more in-depth breakdown of this case up right now at channel3000.com, including past child abuse investigations involving the suspect.
In Chippewa Falls up in northwestern Wisconsin this morning, police are looking for information and potential suspects after a missing 10-year-old girl was found dead. Lily Peters' body was discovered yesterday morning. Someone found her in the woods not far from the Leinenkugel Brewery parking lot. Right now, no one is in custody for the suspected murder. The Chippewa Falls police chief also urging vigilance for anything suspicious because he says there may still be a danger to the public.
Here in Madison, public court records show Chandler Halderson has a new attorney. He hopes to appeal his conviction and life sentence for killing and dismembering his parents. After being represented by two public defenders during his multi-week homicide trial, Halderson's now being represented by Madison area criminal defense attorney Michael Edward Covey. Halderson voiced his desire to seek an appeal during his sentencing hearing, asking for attorneys to reach out to him if they're interested in helping him file an appeal. He's currently serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole.
To the governor's race here in Wisconsin, another Republican throwing his hat in hopes of taking on Governor Evers later this year. Tim Michels officially launching his campaign.
Enough of the political bickering. Enough of the left and the right not getting along. We got to bring people together, sit down, work this stuff out, and with proper leadership, we will get this state on the right path to great success.
Michels is a multi-millionaire construction company owner and a U.S. Army veteran. He says he vows to run an aggressive campaign. He also indicated he would largely self-fund, saying he won't accept donations from political action committees, lobbyists, or any more than $500 from a single individual. Now, Michels joining an already crowded field, including former Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Kleefisch, Kevin Nicholson, and State Representative Tim Ramthun. The primary is scheduled for August 9th. The winner will advance to face Governor Evers in November.
With Michels' announcement, you can expect to see even more political ads over the next few months. Michels has already purchased more than $900,000 worth. At the same time, a PAC supporting candidate Rebecca Kleefisch has made a six-figure radio ad buy. It's all more than 3 months before the primary and 6 months before the general. Experts say at this point, it's largely about candidates defending themselves.
And on the Republican side, it's probably the case that they would like to replace Governor Evers, but with who is still an open question for them. And so getting to know candidates and getting to know their issue priorities, getting to know their stated values.
In September, a group affiliated with Kevin Nicholson spent $1.5 million touting the candidate, who was at the time mulling a run for either governor or U.S. Senate. Tim Ramthun, also running for governor on the Republican side, has not announced any ad spending yet.
Just about 6:04 on your Tuesday. Chris Reese is here with your First Warn Weather, your certified most accurate. Chris.
Mother Nature still sprinkling a little dash of winter in our forecast. We saw some snow flurries early this morning. Some parts of southern Wisconsin, you're still seeing them as you begin to head out the door. A lot of this is going to be right along I-39-90 and farther to the east. That's really where they've been coming down. But even here in Madison, we've seen a couple of snow showers at times. They're these real kind of tiny, small flakes that are coming down. That's what you're waking up to. Just as quick as they move in, though, they begin to move on out of the picture. Still seeing most of those a little bit farther to our east, closer towards Lake Mills and down around Fort Atkinson. That'll continue to move out of the picture, but it is still cloudy, and now that the sun has come up, we're starting to see our temperatures do the same. We've gone from 33 now to 34. Our wind chill is still in the upper 20s as you begin to head out the door, so do be prepared for that. It is 30 in Wisconsin Dells, Wautoma, Camp Douglas, and Viroqua this morning. Platteville, you're waking up at the freezing point too. Janesville, you have held steady at 36 pretty much all morning long. Let's take a moment and talk about what's next, though, because once this moves out, we see sunshine, we'll see another system moving our way, and that could initially start out with a bit of a rain-snow mix as we get towards Wednesday night. So that's something to be mindful of. That'll lead to rain showers throughout the day on Thursday, and then we start to pay attention towards Friday into Saturday, because that is when our next bigger rain chance comes through. This one will have a chance to have some thunder along with it as well. It's still some ways away, though. We have some dry time before we get to that next rain. This is this afternoon. Temperatures top out into the mid and upper 40s overall for us. We're down into the 20s overnight tonight. Then tomorrow, we'll see more of those temperatures hanging out into the 40s for us as well. But here we are. This is where you could see a couple of snowflakes mixed in with some of the earliest showers that move our direction Wednesday night and early in the morning on Thursday. By Thursday afternoon, we'll warm our temperatures up into the 50s, and here comes that next bigger chance of rain moving our way. After that one, there's more where it came from, because next week is one that looks active. I'm tracking rain chances not just Saturday, but also Sunday night into Monday into Tuesday, and Wednesday. Looks like it could be a wet day around here as well. But look what that's followed up by. 60s, perhaps by next Thursday. Our average high at this point is into the low 60s, so this entire forecast is below average on temperatures.
Hey, Mayflower's certainly on the way.
Mayflowers are on the way. Actually, on the weather patios, I was looking at the snow. One thing I noticed were all of the daffodils that were blooming on the patio. And South Carolina was so green and had so many flowers, so it's exciting to come back to Wisconsin and see the buds on the trees.
Hey, we're next.
Know that our time is coming.
Chris Reese, thank you very much. So the Bucks don't play again until tomorrow night, but if they win, they already know their next round opponents, the Boston Celtics, finishing up the Brooklyn Nets last night for a clean sweep in that series. The Bucks are returning home to the Fiserv Forum to secure a date with the Celtics. Tip-off for Game 5 against the Bulls is at 6:30 tomorrow. And the NFL Draft is now just 2 days away. The Packers head into the 3-day stretch with 11 total picks, 4 of which are in the top 60. A lot to talk about regarding what direction they'll go early on. A lot of people think that they'll go wide receiver after they lost Devontae Adams in the offseason. General Manager Brian Gutekunst, though, says that they're actually looking at every position, and the front office is getting pretty comfortable with their board.
I think we're kind of getting down to it. You know, I think there's certainly some situational conversations. Matt and I will get together tomorrow and kind of work through some things. But really, I think over the weekend we got very comfortable with the board where we were at, and now just trying not to make a mistake at the last minute here.
Round 1 begins at 7 o'clock Thursday night. As of now, the Packers have the 22nd and 28th pick in the first round. 6:08 now. The pandemic put a pause on a lot of things, including in-person learning. But beyond a gap in education, researchers have found virtual learning has caused another delay for students. McKenna Alexander is here to explain. McKenna?
Yeah, good morning, you two. Well, when it comes to sitting still in a classroom for hours at a time, or raising our hand with questions, or even just working with others on group projects, we often forget that these skills have to be learned. So when virtual learning has students working alone with a computer for nearly 2 years, there are bound to be a few socio-emotional setbacks. That's what researchers at the Wisconsin Policy Forum found in one of its recent studies. Sarah Shaw is the main author of that study and says some school districts have found re-socialization to be a big factor in the return to in-person learning.
Superintendents are telling me about their second graders in particular are having a lot of trouble because you're no longer in a little kid's body, but if you haven't learned about how to sit or how to play nicely or how to cooperate, those can be difficult skills that we often need to be taught explicitly, I think.
Coming up in our next half hour, I'll share the key factors found to make summer school beneficial for students that are readapting to a traditional classroom.
Yeah, and now's the time to start enrolling for a lot of those summer school programs.
Yep.
McKenna Alexander, thanks a lot.
6:09 coming up, a Wisconsin staple celebrating a special milestone next year, how Harley-Davidson is ringing in 120 years of greatness.
And we're in the 608 this morning with an inside look at an adult day center and some vintage flair along with it. Stay with us.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. And start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This Mother's Day, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
You're watching Madison's fastest-growing newscast, News 3 Now This Morning.
Welcome back. We're in the 608 this morning with a sneak peek inside a new adult day center in Madison.
Josh Ryder is live with a preview ahead of their big grand opening today. Hey there, Josh.
Hey guys, you ready for some bowling? We're going to see if I can get a strike here. We're starting off with a little bit of bowling. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I got 3 of them down. Oh, Mark's kicking it back to me. Let's see if we can get a spare. Let's see if we can get a spare. There it goes.
Aggressive.
A little bit of air. Hey, you got to be aggressive sometimes. That's what wakes us up at this time of the morning, right?
Exactly.
We've got Marsha Whittington with us this morning to give us a little inside look at a Grace Adult Day Center. You guys have been open for a while, but you guys are celebrating your grand opening finally today, and you guys are excited.
Absolutely, yes. It's been a long time coming. We opened in July of last year, but obviously because of COVID, we're not able to have a grand opening and ribbon cutting celebrations. So we will be doing that today from 4 to 6 here at the Grace Adult Day Center right on the off the Beltline and Todd Drive. And ceremonies at 5 o'clock and ribbon cutting, and we invite the community to come out and see our Adult Day Center and the services we provide here.
So you guys have really transformed this space. We're hoping Mark doesn't trip over the bowling pins there. You know, I bought a couch in this space. This is the old A1 furniture. You know, talk a little bit about the design that went into this, because you guys were really thoughtful about the process.
Absolutely. We really worked hard to make sure that it felt much more comfortable, inviting. We also wanted to make sure for a lot of our clients, they have Alzheimer's or dementia. And for many of them, nostalgia is very important to them. They remember things that happened 30, 40 years ago. So we did the diner, which looks much like a 50s diner, and we play older movies, and we have more, I would say, nostalgic music playing. So really trying to make people feel as comfortable as possible, along with just a very inviting and warm environment.
So Grace, obviously known for hospice, but this is not hospice. You guys kind of wanted to give a little bit of a different vibe as far as the day center went.
Correct. Absolutely. So one of the things that we are realizing is that there are many services that our seniors need well before they get to hospice. And we did about 2 years of research to really look at what was available for people as an adult day center here in our local community. And we realized that there was a gap in those services. So we spent a couple years doing all of our research, putting all of our plans together, and then we were able to open, like I said, last July. And the other piece that's really important, I think, too, is that, this is the type of service that people need. It doesn't matter what age they are. It doesn't matter, kind of what their illness is. So I talk a lot about people with Alzheimer's and dementia, but at the same time, that is not a qualification that you have to have that. You really, if there's any type of cognitive need, but also just socialization need, especially for our seniors.
And this is something that, folks can talk to you guys and see what kind of services they really need with wherever they're at.
Exactly. Kind of the process is you can give us a call or stop in and we'll give you a tour, and then you'll sit down with our nurse, who is our nurse manager, and really go through an assessment to really kind of figure out what is it that you are looking for. Is it that socialization? Is it making sure that you can have some of the things like the showers and the foot care and things like that? Or is it also making sure that, we have trained all of our caregivers here, the people that work here, are trained on dealing with dementia and Alzheimer's. So really being able to provide the services that help to generate more cognitive thinking and slow down the progress of a disease like that.
All right, Marcia, thank you very much. Appreciate the tour this morning, guys. You can see the bowling pins scattering the floor. I think I might have thrown out my arm a little bit. Leah, you're right. That was a little aggressive. I wanted to make sure that all of them went down for that second hit, and they went, but I think so did my arm.
Oh, buddy. Our producer said, I know who I'm beating at golf, at bowling the next time I play.
I mean, he was standing 6 feet away from the pins.
Yeah, that was not the most impressive effort. Josh, I'm sure you're better at golf.
The ball is so light, though.
Yeah.
I really had to put something into it.
Just on a break. It's 6 in the morning.
It is early. It is early.
All right.
Josh Breiter, thank you very much.
Better luck next time, Josh. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him at in the608@WISC-TV.com.
Looking ahead here in Wisconsin, Harley-Davidson will celebrate its 120th anniversary next year. The company will host a homecoming event, a 4-day festival filled with music, food, and motoculture. The event's planned for mid-July of next year across the Milwaukee area. In the meantime, Harley-Davidson recently launched the Road to Harley-Davidson Homecoming Challenge. Leading up to the event, folks can participate to win daily and monthly prizes and enter a sweepstakes for a chance to win the grand prize trip to Milwaukee for the homecoming.
All right. Let's check in with Chris Reese, your certified most accurate forecast. Believe it or not, Chris is tracking some snow this morning. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of flurries out there. This has not been all that big of a deal. What's happening is a cold front has moved through. Now as that moisture starting to move on out, the atmosphere is trying to squeeze out every bit of that moisture as the clouds begin to move out of the way. But we've actually seen some flurries that have popped up this morning. They're real fine, tiny flakes that are difficult to truly notice when you're out and about. But once again, people are going to be griping as you see it later on about, oh, it's snowing in April, blah, 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 blah. Well, the reality is we get snow every April, just about. Over 150 years, we have seen snow in April more than 130 times. In fact, the month averages 2.5 inches of snow overall. Back in 1973, they got 17.5 inches of snow that April. So that was certainly a year. But I'll tell you, our average last trace of snow typically does happen right around April 10th. So April is the month that our snow typically begins to stop. We're beyond April 10th at this point, but we aren't at May 11th. The latest ever trace of snow that we saw was on May 11th of 2006. We're uncomfortably close, but that was the last time we saw one. We do have another chance to see another trace of snow. That's going to be Wednesday evening as your next rainmaker moves into early Thursday, and then that does become all rain as we move towards your Thursday. But it is something that we'll continue to watch, as it seems like our winter decided to show up this spring.
About time.
Right, but now we're all ready for a real spring at this point.
She's, I think Mother Nature's overstayed her welcome.
Winter sure has, that's for sure.
Groceries, thank you very much. 6:20 after the break, shark sighting on your next canoe trip, the cross-ocean plans for one rowboater.
And in our next half hour, a $1 million grant to train rural healthcare workers. What it will focus on. Stay with us.
This portion of News 3 Now is brought to you by Shopko Optical.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. This Mother's Day, give yourself or your mom the gift of a youthful, beautiful look. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. And I did this to my father. We were at home, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It feels great. Looks even better.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
yeah, it absolutely could be a daily thing. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, this Mother's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning. Jim sent in this stunning shot. It's a macro up-close picture of a magnolia that bloomed just yesterday, even though it was quite cold.
How about that, huh? Isn't that gorgeous?
Very artsy.
The resilience of this magnolia to
there you
bloom
go.
in the midst of the cold.
You are right. It echoes the resilience of us Wisconsinites still dealing with snow.
Leah.
Oh my gosh.
Your microphone is banging against your necklace.
This is such a problem constantly every day. How's that?
It might sound like the ghost of Christmas past or whatever, jangling his chains to the viewers at home.
Very appropriate since we had snow this morning. I'm just trying to... God,
it's still doing
it. I'm not going to move.
Best of luck with that.
Still.
Best of luck with that.
Stone face.
All right, check this out. A North Carolina grandfather has big plans. He's planning to row a boat, no motor, from Virginia to France, nonstop.
I can't look at you because I'm not moving. 61-year-old Peter Harley is a thrill seeker from South Africa, ready to take on this long journey. This is no old-fashioned rowboat either. Peter says 2 people should be manning it, but he loves the challenge. The boat has sleeping quarters and even converts salt water into drinking water. His daughter will be in the U.S. keeping contact through satellite communication. She does plan to celebrate with him in France. Our producer looked this up. The trek is expected to take up to 4 months.
He's going to have a lot of snacks, I'm sure.
That's a lot of snacks.
He's going to need a lot of snacks to make that.
I don't think I have the self-control to just only eat a few snacks a day and let them last up until 4 months.
Could you ration your snacks for 4 months?
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
Why do I get the vibe that like a helicopter or another boat is just going to come and like drop him off food midway?
Brilliant.
There you go.
I would need that. Look, get some pasta.
Oh, well, I mean, he's loaded up on the carbs and the coffee, that's for sure.
You definitely need the coffee.
Okay, I thought that was a rock for a split second.
You think
Oatmeal,
Grubhub
baby.
delivers in the middle of the Atlantic?
You could always ask.
Grubhub, more like Subhub. They come on the submarine.
Clever. Wow, that was quick.
Whatever marketing team wants to hire a local meteorologist, we're ready.
Oh, that was great. You just have to tip well.
Yeah.
You know what your microphone sounds like? The ice cubes jingling around in like a little...
Chris Stanford wants a drink
glass
this
of booze.
morning. Yeah. Chris is ready for a drink. I can't. I'm trying not to move. So it's so frustrating.
That was the one downside in South Carolina. They didn't have brandy old fashions.
Oh, come on.
I was like, what? Come on.
Just a Wisconsin
But
thing.
you might want one today because we tracked some snowflakes this morning, and it stays a little chilly. We only warm up into the 40s this afternoon.
I'm going to fix my mic during the break, I promise.
Please. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Schwab, General Surgeon at Stoughton Health. If you suffer from bothersome or painful spider veins or varicose veins, please join us for our upcoming seminar where you can learn what new procedures may be able to help you.
Here's why it's smart to custom order your Ford SUV. Because custom orders receive priority. You'll get an extra $1,000 order bonus plus incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. And the features you choose. Want an EPA estimated 41 combined MPG in an Escape Hybrid? A 12-inch touchscreen in an Edge? You got it. In a Ford built your way. Order your 2022 Escape, Edge, or Explorer to lock in the special Flex Buy offer and get $1,000 retail order bonus cash.
Is price inflation costing you way more now for food, shelter, and basic expenses? Is paying credit cards and high debt now getting harder? I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Call Geraci Law to see about Chapter 7 or 13 to eliminate or consolidate as low as $275 a month. On your phone, from your home, or old school in person. $0 down to start. Hit the debt-free button. Click or call now.
Hurry into Menards and get 11% off everything you need for your home. Find your style with a Patriot Lighting ceiling fan and add elegance to any room for your home. Save today and get 11% off all ceiling fans from Patriot Lighting. Accent your home with Patriot Lighting solar lights. They're a perfect way for adding convenient accent lighting to your home. Right now, get 11% off solar lights from Patriot Lighting.
Save big money at Menards.
At Papa Murphy's, we need seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Broadway's Tony-winning Best Musical is Dear Evan Hansen. Dear Evan Hansen, May 10th to 15th at Overture Center. Find your tickets at overture.org today.
We're not just massage envy. We're also facials that get your skin glowing envy. We're talking, dang girl, you look good kind of envy.
All right, tell me your secret and lunch is on me.
How does she do it envy?
So what's going on with this?
That's because a regular massage envy facial routine is an amazing way to look and feel better. For that, I still got it going on kind of a feeling.
Must be good genes.
This Mother's Day, buy one 60-minute facial session and get a second session free. Massage Envy Facials, where better begins.
If you suffer from bothersome spider veins or painful varicose veins, please contact us at Stoughton Health to learn about what new procedures may be able to help you. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Right now, repercussions for the company behind a massive chemical plant fire. What Ken Tool is being asked to do 1 year later.
Also, returning your unused prescription drugs and the new program training healthcare providers on addiction treatment.
It is a chilly start to the morning here in southern Wisconsin. We're going to talk about how long this chill sticks around.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us for News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. Looking ahead this morning, Saturday is National Drug Take-Back Day.
It's the annual campaign to get rid of unused or unwanted prescriptions at disposal spots across the state.
Just to put it in perspective, but any unused prescriptions, and certainly one of the reasons that this has become such a focus and is so important is because of the opioid epidemic.
Not only does the day keep unwanted drugs out of the wrong hands, it keeps those drugs out of the water. If they're flushed down the toilet, water filtration systems can't actually filter them out. They can stay in our waterways. We have a list of local disposal locations up on channel3000.com.
And now, thanks to a $1 million grant from the Wisconsin Partnership Program, rural healthcare workers are being trained on how to care for people who show signs of substance abuse. A program started by the UW School of Medicine and the Wisconsin Hospital Association is providing the help. It will allow rural healthcare workers to have on-call support while working with a patient who is struggling with addiction.
Fairly clear, particularly in rural areas, that sort of specialist treatment facilities may not really have the capacity to sort of fully address what's going on.
According to research done at UW, they've seen substance abuse trends go up, particularly with opioids, methamphetamine, and alcohol.
Breaking news this morning, President Biden signing his first pardons of his presidency.
The first was to a Kennedy-era Secret Service agent who was convicted for trying to sell a copy of an agency file. The other two pardons were for drug-related charges for 2 men in Texas and Georgia. This morning, he also commuted sentencing of 75 people for nonviolent drug-related convictions.
New this morning, more than 10 months after the Chemtool chemical plant in Rockton, Illinois exploded, the company now being ordered to reimburse the state organizations that responded. The Winnebago County Attorney and Illinois Attorney General announcing this order this week. It includes repaying the Environmental Protection Agency as they continue monitoring the site a year later. In a press release, they said the order is meant to be a roadmap for recovery efforts since the fire has lasting impacts on the area.
Quadrin Wilson will be back in court next month. He's the man shot by authorities in early February while being arrested by multiple law enforcement agencies on the east side. An arraignment and a plea hearing is now scheduled for May 9th. A criminal complaint alleges that Wilson sold fentanyl to a person who later overdosed. He faces up to 15 years in prison.
New this morning, SSM Health Monroe getting recognized for its patient care. The American College of Surgeons verifying the hospital as a level 3 trauma center. There are now 41 hospitals with that designation in Wisconsin.
No arrests have been made in Milwaukee after a triple shooting left a 13-year-old dead and her younger sister hospitalized. Police say they don't believe Sunday's shooting was targeted. They are concerned, though, for the more than a dozen shootings that took place last weekend.
Disgusting, quite frankly. Like, no kid in this city or anywhere in this state or in this country should have to live in an environment like that, where they can't go outside and play or they have to worry about being shot. We shouldn't have a community like that.
The Milwaukee mayor and police chief say the solution to gun violence comes from a collaborative approach that starts with outreach at the city level and gun reform at the state level.
Today, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is in Germany, building support among U.S. allies for further military assistance for Ukraine. Meanwhile, the head of the United Nations is in Moscow discussing a possible ceasefire with Vladimir Putin. Ukraine says 5 train stations were hit by Russian airstrikes in the span of an hour yesterday. Russia's top diplomat warned Ukraine against provoking World War III and said the threat of a nuclear conflict should not be underestimated.
I want to see Russia weakened to the degree that it can't do the kinds of things that it has done in invading Ukraine.
Meanwhile, a team from the International Atomic Energy Association is examining the Chernobyl nuclear plant today. It's the first inspection since Russian forces gave it back to the Ukrainians nearly a month ago.
All right, let's check in with Chris Reese. He's got your certified most accurate forecast. What a chilly start, Chris.
Yes, it is. Temperatures into the 30s as you head out the door. No one in the 20s this morning, so that's some good news. But some of us are close to it. To our north and west, a lot of you are at 30, but temperatures are finally starting to come up a bit. Janesville's at 36. We are at 34 right here in Madison. It does feel like the 20s, though. Our wind chill coming in at 28 as you begin to head out the door. It is still cloudy, but a lot of the snow flurries that we saw earlier, those have moved out of the picture, and temperatures will warm up into the mid-40s again for those highs. So think what we saw yesterday, we'll do that again today, though I do expect just a little bit more sunshine into this afternoon. If you're looking for a warm-up, go to the south, because as we open up the month of May, the expectation for the upper Midwest back through the northern plains of the Pacific Northwest is for temperatures to generally skew a bit colder than normal, but even into the entire first third of May, the Midwest and Great Lakes, this is where we're expecting cooler than normal temperatures. Granted, our average high at this point now making it into the 60s. So even if it's 58, 59, which would feel good, it's just still cooler than normal overall. Quiet weather across the lower 48, but here in Wisconsin, that is where we have seen some snow showers and flurries this morning. Most of this now moving into parts of Rock and Walworth counties, and that'll continue to clear out for us as we see the return of at least some sunshine. It's still going to be filtered in with some added cloud cover. Temperatures top out around 46 this afternoon. We'll cool down into the 20s overnight tonight, 27. So another chilly night. Chilly tomorrow as well. More cloud cover will top out at 45, and then we actually have another chance to see at least a couple of snowflakes mixed in with raindrops. This is going to be early on Thursday morning or late Wednesday night as our next rainmaker begins to move on in. More showers begin to develop later on in the day on your Thursday. Temperatures, though, should be a little bit warmer. Upper 40s, close to 50 for your high on Thursday. Upper 50s on Friday, more 50s through Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. But, of course, all of those days also are accompanied with chances for rain.
All right, Chris Reese on top of it. Thank you, Chris. In a major national case, a mistake during jury selection is forcing a Florida judge to restart the sentencing trial for the 2018 Parkland school shooter case. He pleaded guilty to 17 counts of murder and 17 counts of attempted murder in October. The judge says a miscommunication now will mean the jury selection process will need to start over. The jury will ultimately help to decide the fate of the defendant who faces the death penalty.
A New York judge is holding former President Donald Trump in civil contempt. It comes after the state's attorney general's office said Trump did not comply with the subpoena for documents as part of its investigation into his company. The judge assigned a $10,000 fine per day until Trump complies. One of his attorneys said he simply just doesn't have the types of written communications being sought, but he has produced hundreds of thousands of documents through his assistants.
It is National Infant Immunization Week. The CDC and state health officials are trying to raise awareness of the importance of protecting young children from preventable diseases.
Really important to start that conversation about immunizations early. Parents are bound to have questions about vaccines, and to really make sure that they get their questions answered so that they feel comfortable in making the decision to go ahead and be vaccinated.
According to the CDC, there are 14 diseases preventable by vaccine that children can receive before the age of 2, including influenza, measles, and chickenpox.
The state committee working on a Val Phillips statue is ironing out some of the final details before it goes up at the state capitol. The project's director says they hope to start putting the statue together next spring and have it up by the end of next year. Phillips was the first black woman to graduate from the UW Law School and the first woman to be Wisconsin's Secretary of State. She died back in 2018. 6:38 now. If your student fell behind with schoolwork during the pandemic, you might want to consider enrolling them in summer school.
As McKenna Alexander explains this morning, some parents should consider using it for a different reason. McKenna?
Yeah, summer school often has the stigma of being for students that have fallen behind or at risk of not graduating. But researchers with the Wisconsin Policy Forum have found that now parents are using it as a tool to reintroduce their student to a classroom environment after the virtual environment of the pandemic.
There are still some who think about it in that more traditional way, but it's also has the opportunity to be treated as more learning time. And that learning time could be instructionally focused, but could also be socio-emotional, mental health focused. The idea being that with all of the interruptions to learning that COVID brought, gosh, could we use more time?
According to the research, the most effective summer school programs feature high-quality instruction, a positive school climate, and consistent attendance. Shaw says because of federal funding from the pandemic, districts are also able to build a more robust summer school right now than what they've had previously. To see the full Wisconsin Policy Forum report, you can visit our website at channel3000.com.
Very timely information this morning. McKenna Alexander, thanks a lot.
6:39 now. Let's take a live look outside. Snowflakes are back in the forecast, but when do we typically see our last flurries of the season? Chris Reese is taking a look after the break.
And new solar projects getting started, where Alliant Energy will be building them in our area.
Plus, a way to connect at an adult day center in the 608 this morning. We're giving you an inside tour ahead of their grand opening celebration. Stick around.
At Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that a lush, beautiful lawn should be enjoyed by the whole family. That's why we offer a kid and pet-friendly program to create a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn that your whole family can enjoy. Our program includes effective applications of targeted weed control and slow-release golf course quality fertilizer to achieve real results. Call or click today for your free quote, or sign up now and see the Weedman difference. Doesn't your family deserve a Weedman lawn?
Welcome back, Bill.
I'm here for some new tires.
Well, you're in luck. It's our tire savings event, so now's the perfect time. Tires a little worn down?
Worn down, exactly, worn down.
Exactly.
Right now, during our tire savings event, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox today.
It's bacon!
Smoky bacon.
Meaty bacon! Tasty bacon! Bacon! Oh, I love you.
Dogs go bonkers for bacon. And try new bacon pizza flavor.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and that's Sunrise something. I honestly feel that way about Jimmy Dean sausage. Get yourself a large chunk of that good morning feeling. Oh, that smells good.
U.S. ad spending is set to surpass $300 billion by 2022, and the greater Madison area is poised for major growth. So now would be a great time to consider a career in multimedia sales and to join our team selling our top-rated media and digital solutions. Work for a company that offers training, autonomy, flexibility, income growth, upward mobility, and work-life balance with a competitive wage. If you have a passion to drive results for local businesses, then visit morganmurphymedia.com right now to apply.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608 this morning, we have a sneak peek inside a new adult day center in Madison.
Josh Breider live with the preview ahead of the grand opening celebration today. Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, we're giving you an inside look ahead of that big celebration later today. Again, we're at the Grace Adult Day Center, which is the old A1 furniture store building right off the Beltline near Fish Hatchery Road and Todd Drive. So we're giving a little bit of a tour this morning. Marcia Whittington with us this morning. And Marcia, you guys are super excited. You were open up last summer, but now finally you guys can actually celebrate this big accomplishment.
Absolutely, yes. It was really hard not to be able to have a celebration early on, but now we feel that it's safe to
to do that. And yes, this afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m. we'll have our ribbon cutting and our celebration, so the community is invited to come out. We'll actually cut the ribbon with the Chamber of Commerce at 5 p.m. this afternoon.
So talk a little bit about the space, because you guys really transformed this. You wanted to bring some color and life to the area.
Absolutely, yes. We pretty much gutted the whole thing and started over, which was wonderful. So we kind of had a big box that we could create what we felt was appropriate for our clients. And so we have a beautiful diner. We have areas for people for them to rest and to nap. We have a movie theater, activity area. When someone comes here, as you can see back here, we have breakfast, lunch, snacks. We have a whole bunch of opportunities for activities. We open up at 7:30 a.m. and we are here until 5:30 p.m. So it's a really nice opportunity for caregivers to drop their loved ones off and do their daily activities that they may want to do. We're open Monday through Friday. And, you know, we have other options that we offer too, like showers and the possibility of having someone get their hair cut and colored and things like that, as well as foot care clinics. So really wanting to be able to offer as many services as we can, but at the same time give that caregiver a break so that they can have some personal time.
You know, you were talking a little bit off camera that some of the folks that come here, they have a good time, whether they're playing euchre, whether they're playing some of these other games. Is a great opportunity for them to really connect with other folks.
Absolutely. A lot of people come here because they're really looking for socialization, especially with people their own age. And you'll see people playing sheep's head, putting puzzles together, bowling like you were doing before, all different types of activities. And our caregivers and the people working here really try to engage them to make sure that they have an opportunity to get the most out of their day here. And for many of them, when they leave here, they're pretty tired. They're ready to go home and take a rest because they've been active all day.
Yeah, and in your guys' studies, there was a need for an opening like this in the community. This is what people really need right now, especially those folks that are looking for that care for their loved ones.
Absolutely, yeah. We spent about 2 years doing a lot of research, really trying to figure out if there was a need and was there a gap in services. And we found that there was locally here. We've been open since June. We have close to 50 clients that come here varying days. But obviously, you can really see that that is a huge gap and something that we're able to fill in our local community.
Wonderful. Well, Marsha, thank you so much for the tour, and congratulations. Seriously, a wonderful space here.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you'd like to learn more, guys, you can go up to channel3000.com. Again, they're going to have that ribbon cutting is going to be around 5 o'clock tonight. The celebration going from 4 to 6. So we've got everything up there on our website.
Congrats to them. Really exciting. Josh Prider, thank you very much.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
All right, 6:46 now. Chris Reese is here at the First Warn Weather. You're certified most accurate. Some flurries in the area, Chris?
Yeah, we are tracking at least some flurries this morning. These are not super visible at times. They're real fine, small flakes, and they're also not super widespread across Wisconsin. But some of us are seeing some flurries move through. So enjoy that as you step outside on this April. But the reality is we see snow just about every April. This is normal. In fact, over the past 150 years, we've seen a trace or more of snow in April, at least more than 130 times. The most ever snow happened back in 1973, but still we average a little over 2.5 inches of snow every April. That is what we would expect based on the climate around here. That being said, your average last trace happens around April 10th, and at this point, yes, we are beyond April 10th. But the latest ever trace of snow that we have had, that was on May 11th back in 2006. It is not May 11th yet, but we are uncomfortably close. There are, what, 4 days left of April?
Yeah.
Yeah, because April's 30 days. There are 4 days left of April. We are inching into May. Now, I've always known, especially with a lot of the research I did before moving here, that October through April, snow is fair game. Once you get towards May, I believe that we can officially start our fight with Old Man Winter.
And we are inching up in degrees as well. We're getting closer to 60, which is the average.
Yeah, we are getting very, very close to that at this point, which feels so good. It says something that at this point of the year, 60 still feels like it's just incredibly amazing after having the first 80 this past Saturday.
Yeah, it's been a cold spring other than that one Saturday.
Yes, it has.
Chris Reese, thank you very much. Workers at 3 local Starbucks here in town are filing for union representation, joining a growing growing trend across the country. The locations on Tiverton Pike Drive in Fitchburg, Monona Drive in Monona, and University Avenue in Madison filed their petition yesterday. Workers at the Starbucks on East Main Street in Madison filed for union representation last month. 7 stores across the state have now organized to become a union.
Alliant Energy expects to begin work on several solar projects in our area later this year. The company highlighted its plan yesterday at a golden panel ceremony in Edgerton. Workers began installing panels at Alliant's North Rock solar site. The projects created more than 100 new jobs.
We are thrilled about this project that will usher in a new era of energy generation here in Rock County. And we look forward to building upon the already strong relationships we have with the residents and communities here.
Other solar projects beginning construction this year are in Beaver Dam, Lone Rock, and Potosi.
6:49 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, UW-Madison making the list of best universities in the world. We're going to tell you where we land.
First, if you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
We rocks in the treetop all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing this song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin going tweet, 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 rockin' robin.
Refresh your space now and save up to $1,000 Plus, get special financing up to 36 months. We think you'll love our durable, easy care floors that look beautiful too. On sale now at H&R Carpets and Flooring in Wanakee.
It's the most wonderful time of day.
Claritin provides non-drowsy symptom relief from over 200 indoor and outdoor allergens, day after day. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
This is a town called Basic, where the townspeople are happy with a basic lifestyle. And that's a 2022 Nissan Altima, with more attitude, more style, and a powerful turbocharged engine to help put basic in your rear view forever. Looks like basic will never be the same. The 2022 Nissan Altima, anything but basic.
Now get 0.9% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models.
This doom and gloom ends now.
It's time for a brighter view. Let the sun shine in with 2-for-1 windows from Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2023.
2-for-1 windows from Feldco ends Saturday. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
We're not just massage envy. We're also facials that get your skin glowing envy. We're talking, dang girl, you look good kind of envy.
All right, tell me your secret and lunch is on me.
How does she do it envy?
So what's going on with this?
That's because a regular massage envy facial routine is an amazing way to look and feel better. For that, I still got it going on kind of a feeling.
Must be good genes.
This Mother's Day, buy one 60-minute facial session and get a second session free. Massage Envy Facials, where better begins.
Hey, everybody, who's coming to the big show? Meet me at Vet Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Oakshot Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells for an all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway June, The Mascot Theory, and Beth Killyman. All benefiting Heat and Housing for Heroes. Visit vetaidwi.com for more details.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
Here for you in a heartbeat. SSM Health, Heart and Vascular Care.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
We start with the investigation into a toddler's death on the west side of Madison. Overnight yesterday, officers were sent to a home on Schrader Road where police said they found a critically injured 20-month-old girl. She was rushed to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Police said a woman was also seriously injured in a domestic-related assault. Police Chief Sean Barnes describing her injuries as blunt force trauma. Madison police say they have a 23-year-old man in custody. More on the investigation and his prior arrest record is up on channel3000.com.
UW-Madison, once again, one of the top 30 universities in the world. That's according to the Center for World University Rankings. UW coming in at 27th worldwide and 20th nationally. Last year, they were ranked 25th worldwide and 19th nationally. This year, the school lost a couple of spots to the University of Washington and Kyoto University.
This Saturday is National Drug Take-Back Day. Wisconsinites are encouraged to dispose of unwanted and unused medications at drug take-back and disposal locations across the state. Attorney General Josh Call says last year, Wisconsin collected more than 57,000 pounds of unwanted medications, keeping them out of waterways and the wrong hands.
Madison Metro School District holding an historic ceremony honoring the land known as Madison, as well as the original inhabitants, the Ho-Chunk people. The ceremony included speakers from the Ho-Chunk Nation and other officials, the exchange of gifts, drums, and the installation of a plaque to be installed at all 53 Madison schools. It was made possible by the lobbying of Native American students and parents all around the school district.
Happening today, the Overture Center is hosting a blood drive. You can give blood between 9 a.m. until 2 inside the Overture Hall lobby. If you donate, you'll be given a promo code to receive discounted tickets for the remaining performances this season at the Overture Center.
There's still no COVID-19 vaccine for kids under 5, but now there's a treatment option. The FDA giving final approval to Gilead Sciences for its drug remdesivir in children as young as 28 days old. It's the first treatment for anyone younger than 12. Remdesivir is available for kids who are hospitalized and those who are at high risk who show mild to moderate symptoms.
Chemtool Inc. has been ordered by the Illinois Attorney General to repay agencies that responded to the chemical plant fire in Rockton, Illinois last June. The order is meant to address the state's most immediate concerns regarding the impact of the fire. Their compliance to the order is not meant to affect lawsuits and allegations against the company.
A New York judge has ordered former President Donald Trump to pay $10,000 a day after declaring him in contempt of court. The judge said Mr. Trump failed to produce documents in a civil lawsuit brought by the state's attorney general. Attorneys for the former president said they will appeal.
Ukrainian officials have returned to the UN for help getting people out of Mariupol. About 100,000 civilians are believed to be trapped in the war-torn city. Ukraine wants UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to insist on their evacuation when he visits the Kremlin today.
We are tracking some snowflakes across parts of the upper Midwest this morning. It's just some snowflakes, not really accumulating, not really creating any issues, but nonetheless, on this April 26th, we are seeing them. A couple of flurries have pushed through southern Wisconsin. That's all they've been, those flurries, and they're real fine and faint as well. Temperatures are around 30 this morning, but we will see them rebound into the 40s for your highs this afternoon. The cloud cover that we have now will begin to break up in just a bit as well. We'll top out at 46 this afternoon.
All right, Chris Reese, we appreciate it. Thanks so much.
My pleasure.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.